Make some noise!
Hold on, let's look at this trailer though. Let's look at this. Let's peep this trailer, guys. This Marvel Studios What If. They definitely have a comic book series based off of this. What is his name that's playing the... Is it Jeffrey Wright? I think it's Jeffrey Wright playing the voice of the Watcher, which he has an amazing voice. I don't know if y'all know who that is. He's in some of the James Bond films. He's in that Shaft remake that came out originally. He's in Westworld. Yo, Authentic Sky. Dropping off the Taste Bud Sub Love. Yo, can I get some noise, though? You said, do I play the guitar? Man, I wish I played the guitar, bro. That's some next level Steve shit, man. Been rewatching Daredevil. Hope he's in the MCU soon. Hey, you never know. Oh, shit. What's up with it blindsided out here making noise? I see you, Shanika. I see you, Eduardo. You see what I'm talking about? Eduardo just got back to the Taste Bud Sub Club. And my man still making noise for the returnees and the new Taste Buds. That's what I'm talking about. The Taste Bud way. Bruh, God Tank, don't make me think about stuff like that. Because there's already a universe where Steve is in the Guilty Gear band singing alongside, bruh. I look like a musician. I'm going to tell y'all some real shit, right? Short story. When I was coming back from the Ukraine, and then we're going to watch this trailer. When I was coming back from the Ukraine, I was in, was it Istanbul? Or Turkey? It was like Istanbul, Turkey. It was some airport. Somewhere on my phone. But I was at the airport. When I was going through security, I had the mask on, right? That is true, Shinji X. That is true. That's 100% true. I'm definitely Chip in one of the universes, bro. Some dude, like, when I walked through security, first off, they already had to, like, cart me through the airport because they really didn't want me to miss my flight. So, like, I got off the plane and they met me there and everybody was, like, looking at me. So I got to security. And once I pulled in through security, once I pulled it up to security, I walked through this long ass line, and I got up there, and the dude, like, I had headphones on. He like took my mask. I took the headphones off. He's like, "Hey man, you look like you do music." He said somebody specifically. He's like, but he just said you look like you do music, like you're in a band or something like that. I'm like, oh damn, I didn't know you can. I mean, I guess you could, you know. I just didn't know I looked like that. That's kind of cool. Did I get a lot of Ukraine women? No, but I will say Ukrainian women are ridiculously beautiful. It was probably the hair. I have that swag. I don't even be thinking about. You had a music podcast, close enough. Yo, if that counts, can I use that? But I do have. Are you an artist? Why, yes, I do. I have a music podcast, or I used to. But it's still going in my heart. Hi, my name's Steve. I'm not a variant. Is that a good pickup line? Will that work? Yeah, that old Japanese guy, he definitely said I look like Will Smith or something like that. He definitely called me Will Smith. What's up, Zekumaki? I'm not even joking. I remember when me and Yipes was going to Evo one year. Like, we were getting on a plane and, like, some random old white lady was like, hey. She's like, oh, you look interesting. I'm like, interesting. Okay, go on. She was like, you're an artist, right? You do music? I was like, no. I didn't say it like that, but I was like, nah. She's like, you look like a creative. I was like, a creative? I told you. Yo, Top Dog, that's facts. Don't know Steve like peas, bro. And if they tell you they like peas, they're definitely a scroll. A creator of content. No. All right, hold up. Let's check this out. Let's check out this trailer because we'll keep talking, guys. We'll keep talking. Let's check out this trailer for Marvel's What If.
Yeah, peace. I love peace. I'd be out of a job with peace.
I think it's crazy that they kind of recreated it, but just did an animation. Bro, how godlike do you gotta
we
be
know
to
each
just
other?
pick up a missile and he meets Killmonger?
Time.
I wonder if that's Tilda Swinton as the Ancient.
Reality.
And I'm really curious what this Doctor Strange part is, right?
It's changeable.
That's like the Guardians of the Galaxy. That was like Thanos'
Where
Grimoire.
you want to be? That's the question, isn't
And
it?
that's not Peter Quill.
Every universe
That was T'Challa.
is different. Each one
Howard the Duck. Yo, Peggy Carter on top of like
Slow
some
down,
alternate
Luke.
Iron
There's a
Man.
few people in the room that don't understand. Not me. I get it.
Bro, what is this? Bro, Peggy Carter is Captain America though.
name's Captain Carter.
Bro, the dodge to the side.
I am the Watcher.
Oh,
I observe all that transpires here.
yo, they do a Marvel zombie shot. They do a retelling of Thor. He looks like, and then it looks like Doctor Strange is fighting the Sorcerer Supreme. Killmonger's doing something. That was Ultron. I wonder if Angela Bassett is back.
We have you outnumbered.
A Ravager never flies solo. I said never flies solo.
I'm pretty sure this is Chadwick Boseman, like reprising his role. But it's just for the What If series.
You had me worried for a second.
Journey to face the unknown and ponder the question.
How many episodes is this?
What if?
All right, I'm gonna run it back, but I ain't gonna like have the sound going. I think I heard 8, probably 12. That feeling when you ain't got Disney Plus. Teddy tries. I'm sorry, bruh. But you can count on us to talk about it. August the 11th, bro. That's the day before my birthday.
Make some noise!
Captain Charisma says 12, I believe, and all the people in the series are reprising their roles in What If. I heard not Chris Pratt though. Apparently not Chris Pratt. You say the music already sold me for the show? Yeah, that's true. It's really good. August 29th, Begdo-san, what's good, yo? Damn, Blindside, yo, that's actually true. You get Marvel movies on your birthday every year. What comes out next year on your birthday? I think it's Doctor Strange. I think the next movie that comes out by your birthday is Doctor Strange next year. Blindside, you might need to look that up. If we get Bruce Campbell in Marvel Zombies story, I'm gonna lose it. Yo, Eric the Viking, facts. August 17th, Caramel Jenkins, you know the vibes. Dark Star says May 16th. But yeah, this looks crazy. Because I heard most people reprise their role. Man, this is really interesting to me. Thor, Love and Thunder, May 6th. Boom. Yeah, so in this one, T'Challa is Star-Lord. That's why he's with Yondu, right? Instead of, him getting Peter Quill, he gets T'Challa instead. So if Killmonger saved Tony from the explosion, I guess in that What If, then there is no Iron Man? Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. That's a what if scenario. We don't know for sure. Yeah, wasn't he supposed to get Peter for Ego though? I mean, I don't know how they're going to sell it, but that's why we got to watch it. That's why we got to watch it. That's how we find out the what if scenario. What if Shut up, Gil Toss. Man, that episode of Rick and Morty was weird, bro. That episode. So it's 10 episodes, and there will be a season 2 for What If. That makes me believe that Loki season 2 could be a lot more likely. Marvel is definitely spoiling the shit out of us. You said in Canada we accidentally got the episode 7 of Rick and Morty and not the Chuds one? Wow. What a come up. One of my favorite comics I own is What If the Hulk Killed Wolverine. If we get that as an episode, I don't know what might happen to me. Yeah, I think it's really weird to see which ones they pick, because I don't know if you guys watched it, but Love, Death, and Robots, What If the What If series, you could literally just write these stories forever. You can write these kind of stories forever. This is something that they can continually do, and it's 100% feasible now because everybody knows about the multiverse. Everybody knows that, they've already introduced to us the idea of variants in the countless amount of worlds. So, if they do Secret Wars, these characters are guaranteed to show up in live action Blindside, you genius. Oh my God, that's true. That's so true. They're doing Secret Invasion already, right? And if Secret Wars does happen, which I've already speculated that they're going to do, that's why I feel like the variant thing is such a cool sell. Yep, and Ramen, I actually talked about Hugh Jackman teasing coming back as Wolverine. I actually talked about that. And now it's 100% possible. I don't think this is a hint of a multiverse. I don't think there's no hints. We're full blown into the swing of things for the multiverse, right? Yeah, they're not teasing. There's no teasing. They've given us variants from other universes. That teasing's already done. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Secret War. I think they've been teasing for Secret Wars for sure. Like once I saw that Universal War, a multiversal war, I was like, okay. That could, so you heard Kevin Feige said there's not going to be an Avengers movie for a while. He said that. He said there's not going to be an Avengers movie for a while. What if that's because we get a Secret Wars first and it's just all these characters? I really want a good Doom storyline in the MCU. I feel like there's no way that they don't do Doom justice, This is definitely making Spider-Man Far From Home a lot more interesting. Because I feel like the Spider-Man movies always take place in the future anyway. So, Avengers in 10 years? Damn, that would actually be sick, though. Yeah, and they're introducing a lot of characters. So, if they do another Avengers movie, I'd be interested to see who's going to be on that team now. But they definitely have the ability now. They're introducing so many characters that the team could be crazy. They might split it up, Young Avengers, Dark Avengers, and regular Avengers. I think there's going to be a Young Avengers and a Dark Avengers. I don't think there's going to be a regular Avengers for a while. Also, I think that the Val thing is definitely setting up one more person. I think they're setting up Norman Osborn. Oh my God, I feel like they're setting up Norman Osborn. I think it just feels like I just thought about it and I'm like, bro, they still haven't told us who this mysterious benefactor is that's from the Ant-Man and the Wasp movies. They still haven't said who that was. But Val's character definitely reminds me of the character from Dark Avengers that worked with Norman Osborn. Kino Toshi back with the Taste Bud Sub Club. Tier 1? T1 14 months? Bruh, bring it in. Yo, can I get some noise in the chat?
Make some noise!
Yo, tier 1 for 14 months, committing to the Taste Bud Sub Club. I appreciate that. And this ain't your first time around these parts, so I appreciate you coming back. Emil Blonsky's going to be recruited. The Abomination, yep. I think they're aiming for a Dark Avengers, right? They already have their U.S. agent. Now they have a Black Widow. If they get Abomination, they'll have their Hulk alternate, right? So it's either going to be Thunderbolts or the Dark Avengers, right? And what if it starts out as the Dark Avengers or, you know, a transition into Thunderbolts or something like that? Who knows? Oh, damn, that sucks, Captain Charisma. Team USA lost to Australian basketball. Get owned. Yeah, the big monster in Shang-Chi, in the Shang-Chi trailer, was Abomination. I really want to see Bullseye to replace Hawkeye. That would be so sick. Bruh, I don't even know how they would... I mean, they could technically do it now. Still need a Moonstone for the Miss Marvel Dark Avenger. Who would that be, though? Who could you put there? Yeah, they redesigned him, but I think it's not a redesign. I think it's just his transformation because it's years later, right? He could definitely still be, you know, taking some of the super soldier shots or some shit like that, right? Yep, and there's a She-Hulk. Oh, damn, there is a She-Hulk. And Moon Knight. We don't know where Moon Knight stands either, right? Yes, I did see that Marvel announced that they're not going to do multi-movie deals anymore, which I think is weird because, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I understand it. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of commitment, one. I feel like it's really hard for you to get, you know, actors now to commit to a role for so many years. Because Grant Gustin was talking about how apparently Grant Gustin wants out of Flash. So, can't expect these people to play the roles forever, right? Blindside, I've heard the same thing. I've heard that Charlie Cox is reprising his role for Spider-Man 3, which would make sense considering there's a multiverse thing that they're really pushing. That's what I heard, Captain Charisma. I heard, like, word on the street is that he wants out. And it will make sense because that shit got really bad. So, at least to me. I couldn't in good faith continue to watch The Flash. I couldn't do it. Yep. Captain Charisma, around season 2, season 3, like the end of season 2, season 3, I was like, all right, guys, you've officially run your course. And they just got more ridiculous. Blindside, think about it like this. The Netflix shows are already different universes, right? But they're still in the Marvel world. So if they do a multiverse of madness, where a multiverse of madness, and Spider-Man's No Way Home. It's funny that all those characters, you know, the Daredevils, the Punishers, they all live in New York, you know? It's not far-fetched. And they referenced in the Netflix shows, the big guy with the hammer, the green guy, you know? They talk about when New York got attacked. What if the New York that was attacked was just an alternate reality or, you know, a multiverse, part of the multiverse, and once the madness happens where Wanda breaks it or Doctor Strange breaks it, that's when all those characters come to the MCU. I know I'm late, but I feel like all the scandals around so many actors outside of the MCU guys played a part in them cutting the cord on multi-movie deals. Maybe. No, that's actually true. It could play it because, like, you know, some stuff happens, you know. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is MCU, right? To my knowledge, is MCU. If you ask me, I'm like, bro, how is it not MCU? But I think it's actually just an alternate. I think it is an alternate place too, because it has a Fury. And it's just a reality where Coulson survived. That's all it is. It's just a reality where Coulson survived. Right? It might not be MCU canon, but I think it's like in the MCU to know that like, hey, there is a reality where Coulson existed. I just need a scene with Peter Parker, Yelena, and Kate Bishop. I want to see Tom Florence and Haley in a scene together. They're really good actors. I'm down. Coulson did die. They just brought him back to life. Yeah. I mean, they made it seem like he was operating under the radar with the help of Fury. If you look at... The thing is, it's for them to say that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not part of the MCU is crazy, because it was like they literally have episodes that led up to... You wouldn't even know who Baron von Strucker is. You wouldn't... That character exists, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. How do people... Right? Exactly, Blind. Like, that's what people are like, it's not MCU. I'm like, that's stupid, because they point to the show. They point to that stuff. They have episodes that literally segue into the movies. Not Civil War, but Winter Soldier. Also, Wade Gamble says, did Red Guardian fight time travel Cap? You never know. I think that's a really good point. That might be it, right? What if he fought time travel Cap while he was putting the stones back? Yeah, right, Cage Neon? Because the events of, like, multiple shows, literally Age of Ultron, where the movie starts is literally where the season ender for that season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And it was like the last episode. It's like, I'm calling in the guys. He was like, I'm calling in Alpha Protocol or something like that. And literally, that's where Avengers 2 is. So I don't know how people miss that. But how do they say that it's not canon when they literally, that's what people are like, bro, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not canon. I'm like, bro, I watch all of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I didn't watch it when it aired all the time, but I was watching all the way up through whatever season ended with the latest one with Age of Ultron, I guess, or Captain America. I can't remember, but I ended up watching the entire thing. But they have very direct clues that lead to MCU connectivity, right? It might not be the exact thing, but they talk about Thanos coming in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, they talk about that shit. Casual watchers. Did I ever play P4? No, I have not. P4 Arena, the fighting game? I played a little bit of it. I just didn't really get into it. I was not a fan of the way they did, like, DPs and stuff like that. It was really weird. I feel like Captain America taking the long way back instead of just jumping to the future should have probably changed a lot of what we saw in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., maybe. Not really, because if you look at what happened in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. towards the end, it's really... One of the things that they did in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is, like, even though the stories didn't have all the characters or a lot of the characters that went in canonically with what was happening in the MCU, the stories still were in the same realm of, like, the major movies that were dropping in the MCU at the time. So when they were doing, like, the Doctor Strange thing, when they were doing, like, around the release of Doctor Strange, that's when they were doing, like, the Ghost Rider thing, right? So they're still doing, like, the spiritual part of it, like the demonic part of it. Like, they definitely still connected in a way. Now, you just didn't get the super character overlap, you know? Gil Toss, damn, I completely forgot about the new trailer for Witcher. If you drop it in the chat, we can watch it. And I'll watch the new He-Man trailer if they ain't gonna hit me with the DMCA. Blindside, I think it's most likely is Kang. I'm not willing to accept it, but I can see the beeline of them pointing to a King Loki. But I think it's either Kang. Like, if somebody says, Steve, you had to bet on one, I would either bet on Kang or He Who Remains, right? Like, what? Oh, I'm telling you, man, like, what if Kang is, like, posing not as a regular Loki, but, like, as female Loki, and once they get there, like, reveals himself, like, hey, thanks for leading me here, bro, and just offs the Man Who Remains and locks up Loki, and boom, we get our segue into Multiverse of Madness, right? Like, what if that's what happens, right? He's like, I knew you would come. I had to set it up. That was the only way. I had to stop Eliath from eating up all my shit, right? And I couldn't enchant him or something like that, you know. No, it's Princess Peach in that castle, Steve, says Shinji X. You obviously don't know how that story goes. You're going to get in there? Sorry, your Loki is in another castle, and you're going to jail. No! Did they cast Jonathan Majors so they could say we was Kangs? Yo, that's actually godlike, Gamble. Yo, Gamble, that's pretty good. Damn, your dad jokes are getting pretty buff. That's how I know you got 2 kids now. Your dad joke power is going up tenfold, sir. Congratulations. Multiverse of Madness seems like it might be the focal point of this phase, says Zero the Supernova. You know, I feel the same way. I feel the exact same way. But once again, I feel like it's made to... Let me do this. I feel like they're setting up the... I feel like they're really setting up just the rationale of saying like, hey guys, you know there are variants, right? So if there's variants and there's a multiverse of madness, Secret Invasion could come into play because Skrulls could take up some of these other variants once they open up the world to believing that there are variants, right? Once we as the viewers understand that there are other universes, it wouldn't matter if everybody in the MC, the other characters outside of, you know, Spider-Man and, you know, the Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, it wouldn't matter because now they can just write stories around that. Doom would be a waste. I don't think Doom would be a waste. I think if they wrote it properly, it would make sense. Gotta save them for Fantastic Four. What if they hit us with the crisscross applesauce, right? They put Doom in the castle and they stop Loki, right? And then they just have Kang in Quantumania. And Kang, the reason Kang is in Quantumania is because Doom stopped him. And the reason Doom wants to be in control of time is so he can keep Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four out of this realm. Like, you know, easy way. I'm telling you, speculation, Steve, that guy's crazy. Don't get him started, okay? Don't rev that guy up. He's always waiting. Yep, isn't Reed Richards an ancestor of Kang? Look, I did subconsciously. That's what happened in my mind, but there you go, Blindside. Did it for the family, Latveria. Maybe a teaser, but full-blown Doom. What if they just show a cape or something like that? Look, first off, I think it's really weird. I think it's really weird that Kang is the bad guy in Quantumania, right? But Kang he's the big bad guy for time in Marvel Universe. He's the time bad guy. It's Kang the Conqueror. So if it has anything to do with time, then I feel like it has to be Kang or the one who remains. Now, let's just say you go even further, right? Because if you remember, if you look back at some of the Easter eggs from that episode of Loki, excuse me, you will know that when we were talking about that episode of Loki, Atmo was here, came and dropped off the Twitch Prime to become a taste bud, to become a member of the coolest crew on Twitch. Can I please get some noise? I appreciate that. Dropping off the Prime. I need to make me a prompt for people to come and hang out who have Prime. Guys, if you have Twitch Prime, you get one free subscription. One free subscription on Twitch. And if you're here chilling with the Taste Buds and you have not gifted that Twitch Prime to anybody else just yet, it'd be an honor if you used it to join the Taste Buds. We have talks like this all the time. I play a lot of fighting games, and I'm going to start back to playing some adventure games. I've been playing some Stardew Valley recently, but today I think I want to play just a little bit of Resident Evil 2. Damn, am I going to start Resident Evil 2 over? Am I serious? Am I going to do it? Is the city in the quantum realm actually the same castle? Wait, Gamble. God damn it, that's what I was talking about. I don't think that's the same. I don't think that's the same. Like, why would the Quantumanium Manium. Is it Quantumanium or is it Quantumania? Can't remember. How would they explain Chronopolis showing up there and then saying that this castle is also that, right? But we have to remember that, you know, that's outside of time as well, right? What if that place is there for Kang, right? Like, it's outside of time. Like, maybe it got lost or something. Damn, every time, the more I think about this, the more intrigued I get by the opportunity that it could be all these things. We still have no confirmation when the TVA is. That's true. Everything is a Kang link at this point. Bro, they show you the other, and you know what they're kind of doing? They're kind of leading us to see that Kang existed and has all these other, like, kind of, they're hinting at his multiple aliases. Like, they showed the building that he bought from Tony Stark, the Avengers Tower. They showed the Pharaoh, the Sphinx, to show that he played a Pharaoh in time before. Man, they show Alioth, which is also directly connected. Renslayer, another connection to Kang. Like, the only reason if it's not Kang is a swivel to either set up Kang, and that's it. Like, if it's not Kang, then it has to be the one who remains. That's really all it is. I'm telling y'all right now. It's either or. Because they're literally pointing everything at Kang. The building, the Sphinx, some of the characters, like Jonathan Majors already being cast, right? So it either has to be the one who remains or Kang. That's it. Yeah, he was in the castle with the name Immortus. He was disguised. You said this is going to be a confusing phase if you don't watch the shows or keep up with them for the sound of it. You know what's weird? I was thinking the same thing, Zero the Supernova, but Marvel has been doing this thing where I feel like if you think about what happened in Black Widow, like it said that movie set up the Disney Plus show, and the shows are now about to set up these big movies. So they're kind of working, you know, in circular fashion, but I just don't know if I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing is what I'm trying to say. Because I think you're still going to go see those movies because of the way that they have them written, right? Like, I feel like those plot points are leading up to some of these movies, but I think that they're aware and they have a pretty good sense of like writing those kind of transitional movies anyway, so. Yeah, it's definitely taking full advantage of both spectrums. That's why I said, like, we said this a couple times, Zero the Supernova, when we do the Monday Media Talks. It's like, that's one of the powers of Marvel. Like, I feel like the reason they're so successful is that they're engaging people who love the medium who love the title, the genre on two mediums. The casual side with, you know, how well it's written and, you know, the blockbusters and the interesting stories and all the different, you know, genres, whether it be like sci-fi or spy action thriller or, you know, fantasy, you know, but they're also going to the diehard, you know, people like us who are like, man, in issue 367, that was the debut of Thor, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're catering to both, but they're meshing them so well together, you know? Now, we talk about that all the time. I don't know what DC's plan is, but I don't know. I just think it's weird. I've read somewhere that Margaret Robbie needs to give Harley Quinn a break, and I'm just like, yeah, man, because, like, that's one of the only characters that actually makes sense in your story right now, so I really hope they go the horror route with Hulk eventually. Man, they have so many people, like, saying that, like, Strong Hulk is coming back, or he's not going to stay Smart Hulk forever, right? Yo, what if they made a Disney Plus Immortal Hulk series? Tell me that would not be godlike. I think DC is just leaning heavily on Harley Quinn and movies and the animated stuff. Yeah, I said this before, man, but like that's one of the reasons I can't watch so many DC movies. Like I really have to be interested in it because I feel like they're giving us so many animated movies that like you dull it. Like you dull it every time. If you're releasing 12 animated movies a year, I'm gonna be like, damn, like how many times am I gonna watch these characters fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what if all the Marvel movies director did DC instead? Even if the directors did it, the company the producers have to understand they still need a Kevin Feige. They don't have a Kevin Feige. I think that's the problem. They don't like people. I thought they've had a Kevin Feige before, right? Like I feel like if you had Kevin Smith, they also had Jim Lee as I feel like I think he was a writer at some point for one of the DC stories or he was a producer on some of the stories as well. But I don't think they have that kind of figurehead who understands DC enough, like what really pushes DC. Because the people Kevin Feige over at Marvel, don't get me wrong, sometimes they get a little heavy-handed, but they're really good at changing, and adapting some of their stories to be told a little easier and like for current times, right? And that's kind of what Stan Lee's known for, even if it is sometimes heavy-handed, which I can't agree they do sometimes. But I don't know who knows the DC side. This is getting super nerdy, by the way. I don't know someone, and this, I'm sure they exist, right? But like, I don't know someone in the world who is so enveloped in DC lore that they could be a Kevin Feige. I mean, Kevin Feige came out of nowhere to me too. I mean, I know later on, afterwards, recently, that I heard that Kevin Feige worked on the original X-Men movies, and the fact that I have interest in them and they're even some kind of decent for their time lets me know that like Kevin Feige has done the work to make Marvel successful right now, if that makes sense, right? Like me hearing that, like, oh yeah, Kevin Feige was like an executive producer on those. I was like, that makes sense because now you understand what sells, at least to a degree. That's experience. They don't have that for DC. And I like animated movies. I like animated shit in general. However, you can only sell that to me so many times, right? I think, like, if you look at Marvel, we've been watching Fantastic Four, the animated X-Men shows, which is a classic, animated Spider-Man, animated Iron Man. They've done all the animated stuff, and it was super cheesy. But, like, now they have a live-action thing, and that shit's taking off, too. And now they're pivoting back to, like, the animation, and that shit's popping off. Because you have all of these series that tie into it, and not only are you're attacking attaching this to one demographic, you're attaching it in both sides of it. The casual, because that's why you have all these different, that's when you want to have it all, right? You can have the animation to appease all those people that are going to watch it anyway, but to get an entire, demographic of people to say, hey, come watch What If on Disney Plus and it's animated. That's something that's how you know your market is like expanding. It's not like only limited to the people who are casually watching it and the big nerds. You can start to expand off of that. Daniel Radcliffe won't ever do another franchise, probably. Duh. Like, I don't know how people didn't see this. I didn't understand it. I can tell you right now, I didn't understand it, right? And as I got older, I did. They had these actors definitely get tired of certain roles. I was just talking about Grant Gustin. Saying he wants out of Flash, right? Even Hamill said, like, you can. It's obvious. It's known you can get typecast, right? Where you're literally just that character, right? Forever. And then no one can see you as another character, right? And you spending your whole life just playing this one type of character, which I feel like, you get pigeonholed because you suck. That sucks to be stuck in that one role, especially as an actor or an actress, right? Any kind of thespian, right? So, let Ryan Coogler do the Jon Stewart Green Lantern. Oh, that would be buff. Oh, Death the Kid, that would actually be buff. What's up with you, cuzzo? I wish DC would do a live action movie of Batman Beyond. I'm gonna tell you right now, DC, I don't know. I'm just being 100% honest. I'm talking to you, DC. I don't know who y'all got on that board, bro. But I'm telling y'all, man, y'all need to get y'all a somebody that love y'all stuff like Kevin Feige, bro. I'm telling you right now. I think it was really smart James Gunn doing the Suicide Squad, especially it being like something that's not so canonical that you can have a lot of fun with it, and you can attach somebody like James Gunn to it, who's like super creative and has a very understanding eye for what pops on film, like on cinema, and like kind of like spearheading these characters. He's so good at it. So I think it's smart for him to do something like Suicide Squad, where he has another completely new A-list talent of people, and they can just branch off and do all this other stuff. I still think it gets a bit convoluted because of what DC's doing, but I don't think that takes away from, that standalone movie. It just sucks for the overarching universe. Sentient 12 says, every time a new episode of Loki drops, someone at DC starts punching the air. I can't believe it's so good. Why? Why do they like it? Why do they like what they're talking about so much? Why can I do this? It's like that scene off of Boys in the Hood when Trey walk in the house and just start swinging. All the fucking people, they like their Marvel comics. You know what? Franks, you sure got it. Frank G's got it. I think they have to find their own niche. I really think they have to find their own niche. Man, I told you what my idea was. I told you. My idea for DC, I'm telling y'all right now. Listen to this. Listen to my pitch. I'm pretty sure I've said it before, right? I don't know people in the world who don't know who Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are, right? And it kind of like, thins out from there. The Green Lanterns, the Martian Manhunters, all those characters, right? I feel like if they made like these newer movies, and like the Suicide Squad movie, the David Ayer one that commercially sucked, the David Ayer one that kind of sucked. Forgive me if I'm saying the wrong person. Whichever that one was that came out before this one with Will Smith. They had those little previews of introducing characters. If they literally just made villain movies and kind of made like the Batmans show up in a sense only to, stop the villain, and they just made it around the villains, I think that'd be sick. Just imagine if they made like a Captain Boomerang movie, and then the movie was literally The Flash, and that's how you were introduced to The Flash, right? And they kind of did that. Like they kind of did that in Suicide Squad. But just imagine a movie kind of fleshed out around that. Wonder Woman 1984 was not that good. Death the Kid. I don't even want them to make a Lobo movie yet, because you guys might not know this, but Lobo is definitely one of my favorite DC characters. They're not ready to make that movie yet. Yeah, Birds of Prey was pretty bad. Birds of Prey was pretty bad. I know probably some people out there that like it. It wasn't terrible, but like, I don't think I would ever watch that movie again. Ewan McGregor let me down too. I'm gonna just be real. I think Harley Quinn was actually the best part of that movie. Just her character, that's it. I loved Shazam. I love that movie. Moggs the Dash was good. Who would they even cast for Lobo? I think they f***ed up already. I think, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, DC, and I ain't going to say DC, but I'm going to say The Rock. Bro, you know how godlike, I repeat, do you know how godlike it would have been for Dwayne The Rock Johnson to be Lobo in a live action movie? Do you understand the power? Bro. And y'all, if you've been in my chat, y'all know I don't even I'm tired of seeing The Rock in these rock roles. But if they let Dwayne The Rock Johnson play Lobo, spacefaring biker mice from Mars as big muscle riding around, you know what I'm saying, in space, completely, I'm down. He'd need hair though, bro. They put wigs on everybody, man. The Rock is Black Adam, I know. That's what I'm saying. I just think it would have been more dope if he was Lobo. I'm just going to put it out there. You dead ass thought you were the only person that remembered biker mice from Mars? Ha! Joke's on you. You're not alone. Vandal Savage could be really cool. Yo, I think a Vandal Savage, you know, that'd be dope. I would definitely be into that. Why haven't they made a Captain Planet movie yet? I don't know how they would do that. You can't make a gritty reboot of Captain Planet. I don't think they're going to do that, bro. Unless it's going to be made by Pixar, I don't think it will work. I could be wrong. I could be short-sighted here, but I don't think that will work. Captain Planet gives up on the planet. The Planeteers are all dead, but their kids inherit the right, the power of the rings. And their job is to get Captain Planet back on the job. Bam, you got it. I don't know, bro. Scorpion King with the with the long hair. The Planeteers were dicks on Rick and Morty. That's true. Yeah, I remember that TV series reboot. I was actually just talking to Spencer about that. Bro, right? Sig, that's what I'm saying. You'd watch that movie? The Planeteers, Generation 2. Global warming is a serious thing here, and only you have the power to stop it. You have the power to collect Captain Planet. Aquaman was dope, just super long. Like, I get what they were doing, right? One thing I do like about Aquaman is like how in the Aquaman movies, it's so much more ridiculous, and that he brings that ridiculousness to like the DC films. It's definitely on some Thor level shit, but I like that it's Aquaman in a sense. I mean, I still think Aquaman is whack, don't get me wrong, but the way that they're like, they have Jason Momoa like kind of like not parry, like, you know, making fun of the character. I feel like he's the exact opposite of what he would be in the comics. Like, he's not as cheesy, is what I'm saying. The power is yours. Damn, a good actor for Static Shock? Bro, I feel like I couldn't be Static Shock simply for the fact that I have like all facial hair, bro. I don't think I'm tall enough to be an actor either. I think I have to be taller, bro. I'm only like, it says I'm 5'7", all right? Like, that's where I'm at, okay? They probably want somebody like 6'3" who plays basketball or some shit like that. I would love a Blue Marvel movie. Tom Cruise is 4'9". Yo, L Kittens, that's that's so fucked up. Just get Michael B. Jordan to play Static. Is that believable? Do you guys want Michael B. Jordan to play Static Shock? I don't know if I want that. That's how he runs so fucking fast. That's messed up. Joke's on you, low center of gravity, bruh. It's not gonna be some tall person saving the world running away from lasers. It's gonna be Tom Cruise, little bitty ass. It's gonna be dodging them shits. He's gonna be flipping. I'm Tom Cruise, aliens. You can't stop me. My low center of gravity means you can't shoot me. I'm gonna go save the world. He runs off. Aliens all mad. Shit! All these other action stars are typically 6'2" to 6'7". How are we supposed to shoot this guy when he's 4'9"? Keep thinking he's a kid leaving school. No, get a talented unknown teen actor. That's what I say. He would not fit. Thank you. You can't do that, man. A lot of people like to just be like, yo, man, just let Beyonce play Storm. I'm like, bro, shut up. Who wants that? He's like in his late 20s now? Nah, bro, that don't mean nothing. Look, it ain't nothing against Beyonce. I just don't see, there is no part of me, and I could be wrong, because I was 100% wrong about Heath Ledger. I was so wrong about Heath Ledger. But nah, son. Danny Glover as the older Static Shock. Gil Toss, I hate you. I can't think of anybody for Static Shock. Just give me an unknown. Give me a great unknown actor. If you're going to copy anything from Marvel, just do the, hey, who is that actor, and put them in a role. I'm cool. I'm all right. I feel like the more I talk about this, like, I don't want Storm to be like, I don't want any. If there's certain, I don't even know how to attach it to anything, but I wouldn't want that to be a character that has an attach. I want them to be able to like embody that. You know what I'm saying? Jaden Smith as Static Shock 28G. I don't know about that. The attitude, yeah. Like, put like this, the attitude, possibly the acting chops for Jaden, possibly. I mean, I think Jaden Smith is a good actor. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the acting ability, the age, and the look don't match. If I was a casting director, if they was like, Steve, we need Static Shock, Jaden Smith's on the line, he says he'll do it for fucking free, and Will Smith is gonna fund the movie, and you can be executive producer along with Michael B. Jordan. And I'm gonna be like, nah, son. No deal. But it's Jaden Smith, sire. I'm like, man, get him the fuck out of here. Tell Will Smith, I love Get Jiggy With It, Big Willie style all day. But no to his son. I even love The Karate Kid. I know a lot of people don't. The one with Jackie Chan, Jaden Smith. I like that movie. But still no. He said kick rocks, Big Will. Look, I ain't gonna tell Jaden Smith he can't do anything. I'm just saying, if they say, hey, Steve, you're a casting director, right? And like, I feel like I'm too picky to be a casting director. Like, I feel like that would hurt people's feelings, right? They'd be like, yo, we got Steve as a casting director. That guy's a little stiff, so good luck. Shameik Moore, the guy that played Miles. Oh. I'll show y'all who we talking about. Yay or nay, Static Shock? I'll wait for you guys to weigh in. This is why I can't be a casting director, though. I wouldn't want to tell this dude, like, no. No, I'd buy it. I'd buy it. 100% I'd buy it. You can play Static Shock. I'm going to say 100%. I would say 75%. Not like, has the acting chops, right? But like, if somebody was like, do you think, Static would look like this, with the dreads and the whole nine? I'm trying to find something that's more applicable, dreads and something like that. Hold on. Maybe this one? At Comic-Con? Right. I don't know. This is so hard because everyone who comes to mind would have made a good Static Shock like 20 years ago. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I say when you do stuff like this, you typically want to get a young unknown. And I'm not saying like I would legit buy if he was, how old is he? Because I feel like my man's so grown. Like, I feel like he's like 30. He's 26. So, he definitely is in the age range. My man just looks mad mature. God damn. That's not too, he's actually not too old. But do you buy it is the question. I'm about 70%. I'll stick in my 70%. I feel like you could definitely get somebody else, though. No disrespect, but you can definitely get somebody else. He could definitely pass for a teenager, but he's going to shave off all his facial hair. Actors do that. This right here, these all over here, the more facial hair, the less it is believable, but yeah. The facial hair definitely changes the game. Look, my man looks like he's writing books out here. Established CEO. He got a daughter. Married, Like, this is him graduating high school, right? him at the beginning of high school, you know? College years. Later college years, you know? Like, he said, man's got the Bad Boy 2 energy. It ain't that bad. It's really not. But I don't know. I feel like this is a lot more believable, right? No facial hair, right? I swear I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying. If I was a casting director, you know? He's a ridiculous actor, though.